And we are live. Hi.
Yay!
Hi, everyone. Hi. Let's just say hi, hi, and hi,
Hello.
and hi. We are going. I'm actually on time. Just putting it out there. The Devonverse has merged with our universe, so insanity may do. Hi. What was they say? My internet was on the fritz this morning, so you weren't able to co-host. Oh, that's a shame, but I'm glad you're here for this, I guess. Hi, and hi, and hi, and hi, and hi. I'm just saying hi to everyone. Hi, and hi.
Hello.
I keep refreshing. It should be live now. I hope it's live.
We should be live. I will tell you in a second.
Hi, and what else have we got? Battling Gremlins. We're always battling Gremlins. Sage, indeed a sage. And
Hello.
thank you. When am I not? I'm going with the like 50s surfer dad look. So my glasses are holding my hair back because my hair like keeps flopping into my face. So I'm like, if I can get it out my safes, I can see what's going on. So this is the look we're going for.
Okay, I can confirm we are indeed live.
Fantastic. Let's have the emotion. Pasomb and a murder flute to you all. Pasomb. We are here for a great time. Hi and hi. We're all saying the highs. We're having a lovely time. Welcome to the AuthorTube virtual retreat thingy, but my turn on it. That was an introduction, so that's what we're going to go with. Yeah, I'll introduce myself on a slide. I'll let Sage introduce themselves as well. For anyone that's sort of just rocked up, Pasomb, this is part of the AuthorTube virtual retreat. Do you know what? Let's do that for now. Hi. It's part of the AuthorTube virtual retreat. Essentially, there's a whole bunch of like AuthorTubers and writers and fun people that are jumping onto the YouTubes here to basically like just chat stuff that we do. That's pretty much it. I think someone described it as like a series of seminars, and I was like, but I don't really feel like I have the edumacations to give. So it's more just chat what we do, and if it gives you an idea or helps, great. But it's definitely not gospel. So it's about all I've got. Sage, I'll let you introduce yourself first, because as I said to you earlier, I'm a horrible person and didn't make a slide about you. So I'll let you have your own introduction, and then I shall start the slide.
That's absolutely fine. Hello, my beep sheep. I am Sage Gordon Davis. I'm a poet, a writer, a doodler, and a dabbler. I do the YouTube things sometimes, maybe occasionally. I do the writing things sometimes, maybe occasionally. And I do the chatty things all the freaking time.
All the time.
That is what we're here for. So, woohoo. I'm done.
Fantastic. I don't believe we have met. So, shalom, Pasomb. Nice to see you. Thank you for arriving, Pasomb. I'm going to explain that for a quick second, just because I feel like everyone's like, what is going on? So, Pasomb is not a religious thing at all. It's me being an absolute meme. Just so. Okay, cool. Pasomb is an absolute meme between Sage and Jace and myself. Okay, long story short, I love pandas. So Sage, as the head of my self-appointed head of my self-appointed fan club, my fan club have named themselves the Murder Bears because I'm a horror writer, which I'll tell you in a second, and I love pandas. So my like fan club are Murder Bears, and Pasomb literally stands for. Well, hang on, I need to backtrack. I'm babbling, aren't I? Babbling Brit. Here we go. Why the sticker?
On brand.
There we go. The collective noun for panda bears is a sleuth, which I think is hilarious. So Pasomb literally stands for promiscuous sleuth of murder bears. And so that's literally all it is. So if I keep saying Pasomb, it's just a meme. I apologize. I think I'm hilarious. And quite frankly, that's all that matters.
And also, as the head of the fan club, I am fully pandered today in black and white with my panda buns. So just so you know, we are accepting applications.
And all the application is, you have to be subscribed to both of our channels, and you have to basically just put a message in the chat saying you want to be involved and whatnot. There's literally nothing else to it. It's very simple.
Pretty much.
This is exciting. So apparently, like, chatty sessions were explicitly requested in feedback forms. So that's great. And if anyone wants to leave feedback forms for like this year's AuthorTube retreat, every link should be in my description. I copy and pasted whatever Keelan sent me, so it's all there. So
it is all there.
Things are there, like streams. Links to the writing sprints are there, and the links to the playlists are there. So if you want to catch up on anything that anyone else has done, there's a playlist there where you can just go through and you can watch them all, have a good time. So that's basically what's happening. So that's exciting. Everyone's just saying they're all here for the chatty chats. Kelly is letting y'all know that you can Hulk smash a like button. And do you know what? While you're there, if you hit the red subscribe button, we'll all have a good time as well. So actually, only 6 minutes in, I was expecting to babble a lot more than that.
Yeah,
should we
usually do.
Yeah, but that's okay. This is a very like informal, chatty sesh. Okay, so
absolutely.
So this is called Turning Moments into Stories, which in brackets has like a sub name, The Art of People Watching. Okay, that's what I'm going with, right? I will just click onto my presentation that I finished making literally about an hour ago. And I'm fully aware, by the way, you can probably hear my Discord going off. So I've just turned that off. I apologize. Wasn't even aware it was open. Did that thing where you close Discord, but it's like in the background.
Yep.
Yeah. It's gone now. Apologies. Here, look. I made a PowerPoint.
Woohoo!
Thank you. I was waiting for support. Cool, let's go. So this is Turning Moments into Stories. So first off, cheeky bit about me, Pasam my sleuth. So my name's RP Winters. I'm a supernatural horror writer, even though I'm actually writing supernatural fantasy right now. So that's interesting. I do the AuthorTube stuffs. I make the videos and all the good times here. So feel free to come say hi and check it out. I am doing like a series about where I'm planning my novel. So the whole like, apparently I'm writing fantasy now. If you want to find out exactly what it is I'm doing, there's literally like an entire series about planning my novel, so you can go check that out, which is cool. And then I also do like little vlogs every here and there where I moan about being a university student because I'm entitled like that, but that's okay. What am I doing? I am a university student. I study English literature with creative writing here in the United of the Kingdoms, even though we're really not a United Kingdom at all. So I'm in England, and that's pretty much it. I am qualified in like English lit, English lang, creative writing and all of that sort of post high school level. And obviously I'm now doing it at a bachelor's level. So that's exciting as well. I like to read a lot of like crime thrillers. That's like my fave thing. And Kelly's actually in the chat, so this is cool. And I'm also working on a teen project collaboration with Kelly Wright in the chat, but I haven't properly announced that on my channel yet. So I will talk about that in a video sometime soon. And by sometime soon, I think probably this time next week, you will have heard. There we go. That's me. That's about all I got. I hope that was interesting. So one of the main things I'm going to talk about for turning moments into stories is journaling. Now, this is something that I hated doing and recently have like a mad love for. So this is my current journal. This is like all over my Instagram, if anyone wants to see it, by the way. I was like obsessed with this journal. I got it from Paper Chase. It's just beautiful. And it comes with one of the little dingle dangle boys as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can like put it in a page. Magic. Yeah, so I love this journal. And yeah, so let's talk about journaling. So in terms of journaling, if you haven't made a journal or kept a journal before, my best recommendation for you is go read Kafka's Diaries. Okay, it's a fat boy, but you don't have to sit and read it all at once. You can pick it up and put it down. Okay, so the point of Kafka's Diaries is it literally is what it says on the tin. It's Franz Kafka's Diaries, and they're just stuck together into one collection. But this is a perfect example of what a journal should be. It really is. And you can see that I've used a good paper bookmark as my bookmark. So essentially, what a journal is a journal is remembering the art of observation. So all you really need to be doing is constantly observing and making notes. So some things that Kafka does is you'll see a small description of someone, and then that person then has like a snowball story, and everything just sort of goes from there. And you can, by the way, I hope you guys can read the slide. I've got like a real thing. I hate reading what I've written on slides. Like, you can all read. I don't need to like read to you. But if you genuinely can't read it, let me know and I will read to you, and we'll have like story time. Okay. Is that okay? So yeah, as it says on there, observe everything. One thing that I think is very valuable to have in a journal is descriptions. So if you're out and about and you think, oh, do you know what, the sky is really lovely today, start writing about it, because at some point in the future you'll be working on a project and you'll need some descriptions of a sky. And wouldn't it be really handy if you had a book with 25 original descriptions of the sky threaded throughout it? And I know that some people like to put like tabs in there, so they'll have like descriptions, short stories, various things like that dotted throughout, and that is really helpful. I'm not organized in any way, shape, or form, so I don't do that. I flick through and end up reading 90% of my journal until I figure out what I'm looking for. But always a good option to do if you enjoy being organized. Sage, anything you want to say about journals? Sage, do you keep a journal? Here we go. Let's go with that.
I actually don't.
Disgusting behavior. Get off my stream.
I know I'm dreadful. No, I don't keep a journal, but what I do is I've got this little duty and I make notes all over the place in this little duty.
That absolutely counts as a journal. Absolutely. If you sorry, I'm just seeing, yes, obviously Dal has said about the slide, and Nana has said about the slide. That's fine. I'll be honest, everything that's on the slide is pretty much what I'm saying in note form, but I will make sure I read it all out to clarify for you. That's a good point. So I will do that. This is why I asked. Yes, if you keep notes on your phone, that absolutely counts as journaling in my book. If your notes on your phone is your journal, definitely counts. It's just digital journal, isn't it?
Okay, well then I do journal. So yes.
What do you journal about? What sort of stuff do you jot?
Just random things. I'll be honest, it's not happening as much at the moment because I'm not. So I used to commute to work,
right?
And I would be journaling the whole way because that's an interesting looking tree. Write about the tree, or a deer ran across the road. Write about the deer running across the road.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't commute to work because this is my office. So,
well,
what I do is
you to say, I've got a slide for you later on that.
Okay.
But continue.
What I do is I have some colorful characters who live in my area. And every so often there will be a commotion outside my house and I'll have to go and have a look. And this actually happened on one of our behind the streams chat sessions where there was just a random donkey in the road because people were trying to take the donkey from one side of town to the other side of town, but the donkey didn't want to go. And my dogs and the neighbors' dogs and everyone's dogs were freaking out. And there was this whole like coterie of people trying to coax the donkey down the hill. So that I jotted into the journal.
Perfect. I love it. I am going to pick up on this. Sage did indeed say doo-doo. And we're all fully aware.
Apparently.
You definitely did. Dal, I am aware there is a blind person in the audience, so I will, of course, read it out. Do not fret at all. So, perfect. That's exactly where I think journaling sort of sits. So my slide literally says a journal can be anything at all. Use it to write your feelings, write your emotions, write your thoughts. Just write a million times. That's also perfectly fine. I would easily say solid like 20% of my journal is literally me just chatting absolute waffle. I did one literally the other day. I'll find it for you. I say the other day, it's like a book away now. Where was it? Okay, so this is a journal entry from the 22nd of August. So it actually was not the other day at all. Everything just rolls into one now. And I've literally written, okay, and you can see here that I clearly didn't know what I was going to do because I started and scribbled it out. Then I then started actually writing. And it says, sometimes when trying to create ideas, it becomes difficult to focus. Words can come to mind with no ideas on how they are created. Can you tell how this makes no sense? Because I was just writing. And there's another scribble. I'm stuck on a scene with Project Blood People, which is my current supernatural fantasy I'm writing. Since creating the backstory with, spoiler, I fear I am pantsing too much and should at least know where it's going to end. Spoiler, can't read that bit. And then further spoiler, 5 lines that I've scribbled out, which I don't know what it said. And then I've literally written at the bottom, possible timelines. And then I've written about 5 or 6 different timelines that could exist. Turn the page. I then started expanding on these timelines, and it went something like this. But I would have never been this productive if I hadn't written that little page of going, I have no idea what I am writing. But just getting that out my system and just writing, I honestly don't know what's going on anymore, was enough just to get out my system. That meant I was then able to do all of that. All of that was done in probably about 2 sittings, probably about an hour. Collectively, stop and start. If I timed it, I did all that since then in about an hour. So journaling, use it as a diary, use it as not a diary.
So I have just realized that actually last year, while I was on my training course, I took this book with me, and I spent about 15 minutes every morning and every evening kind of part free writing, part journaling.
Right.
This is what I had to do today. This is what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And this page, I've got 10 minutes, 161 words, which is mostly about how I was preparing for my presentation for my Train the Trainer qualification. And
right.
But there's some stuff in here about the crickets outside the window of the guest house that I was staying in. And
useful.
Yeah.
Love that. So I'm just gonna, I will do the rest of the slide, but I will just sort of jump into the comments quickly here. So Keelan says she used to have a little pocket-sized journal she would take everywhere. You should get back to doing that. Yes. I sometimes actually, I've thought about it, and you were saying about notes on your phone. I too sometimes do it, but I've realized I can't do notes on my phone because they literally don't make sense. So if I click on my notes, do you guys want do you want to see my notes? Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So, oh, hang on. Let's do this. Here goes. These are my notes on my phone. This one here is number 518.
Oh, I've got plenty of those.
I don't know why. This just says confetti. Confetti. That's it. I then got a list of streams I was doing. This one here is quotes about why people should be vegan. And I just like to read them every now and then. I don't even know what this is. I think it's medicine, but this just says beclometazone, which I think is a medicine, but I don't know what for.
That is definitely medicine.
Yeah. I've got a name here that says Jean Irene Tween. Don't know where that came from. I've got that. I've got the word carousel. So I really can't journal on a phone.
Fair enough.
just doesn't work. What else have we got? So Angelina has said, sometimes I journal my day, sometimes little random snippets and some small story ideas. I keep it next to my bed as I mostly write down my dreams. Yes, write down dreams. Dreams are amazing things to write down. Even if they don't make sense, you'll come back to them like a week later, look at it and go, that's a really good idea for this project I'm working on. So that's amazing. The novel Nana has said, I journal and bullet journal. I often people watch, see a specific feature and think of what animal they resemble. I watch their mannerisms and jot it down. Animal is a really interesting concept. I like that. That's really awesome. Sarah from I Got a Blank Page says, I'm trying journaling for a month thanks to you. I love that. Is this like have I like accidentally started like a YouTube challenge, journal for a month?
You absolutely have.
Can we make that a thing? If you're in here and you find this interesting, genuinely, like it will warm my frozen heart. Like if you're an AuthorTuber and you do like a video for like you try journaling for a month, tag me in it. You know, hit me up on Instagram or something. I will watch the hell out of that because I just think it's awesome, and I'd love to see what people come up with. For example, this whole thing. I will
take that challenge.
Do it. Thank you. But even this, like, see what animal they resemble. I've never once thought of that. Occasionally, I'll like, use like animals and metaphors and stuff. But literally, just looking at a person and assigning them an animal, I think that's an awesome idea. I really love that. Apparently, coax the donkey is now a thing.
Everyone's
having a good time about this.
I have thoughts on that.
Okay. The gibberish entry, yeah, absolutely was. We're talking about having a new hashtag, coax the donkey. I like that. What? I think it's probably about coaxing donkeys. Yes, it is. Okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
RP is showing us his journal. I am indeed. Brainstorming random projects I'll never write, gets my creativity juices flowing. Absolutely, yeah. I've got a Word document on my computer that literally says plans, and I don't plan for things, but it's literally just bullet points of just random ideas I've had. So I don't actually plan it, but it's just if I then want an idea, I can go back and it's all there. So that's pretty cool. Keelan says, I do take notes on my phone, but it's mostly when I had story ideas in the wild. The journal was a way for thoughts, and found confetti funny. Yeah, I don't know what it was for. Heather says, missed the funny stuff. Gonna have to replay just to catch up on it. Good job, it'll be there. I don't know what the funny thing was, but we'll go with it.
Probably me saying doo-doo.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Leah says...
I wasn't even aware I'd done it.
Oh, you did. You definitely did. I did notice it, and I was going to interrupt you, and I thought, no, I can't, because we'll just chuckle for too long. Leah said, journaling is the only way I managed to be productive. That's factual information. Angelina's was going to do a journaling for a week video. Make it a month. Make it a month and tag me. We'll have a great time. What else have we got? Kelly's just started handwriting in journals thanks to Keela and RP rubbing off on you. Dirty. And it's been great for my creative process. It is amazing for the creative process. So I realize I'm running out of time on these slides. I'm very stressed now.
I was just going to say, steer back to the presentation.
Absolutely. But you know what? Like I said, probably half of what we're babbling about right now is actually covered in some of these slides. So if I skip through, I really don't care.
Absolutely.
For everyone else in the stream, so the rest of the slide basically says, use your journal as a resource, observe everything, find a place, and use it to build a collection of descriptions for your work, which is basically what we were talking about. And I've put some examples like describe someone's hair, the weather, your feelings for the day, and this will basically produce like a resource that you can pull from. I've also then put try writing as regularly as possible. If you can do daily. If not, try and come back to it sort of regularly, just to sort of like, not in like a gross way, but keep your creative juices flowing is basically the my other challenge for you writers out there: go in public. Okay. Now, I know this is a challenge, but trust me, it will pay off. Okay. Now, the public world is a horrible and scary place, and as chronic overthinkers, we definitely don't belong there. Except we do. Okay. Brief example, and feel free to like replace this example with any public space you can think of. Obviously, be responsible with COVID right now. Okay, this part of the presentation is non-COVID in mind, but through a window is definitely COVID secure. So it still kind of counts depending on where you are and what you're doing. Okay. So as an example, I shall give train stations. Now this is because when I was at university last year, I would go on a train station. I would go on a train from my hometown to my university at the end of every week because I had a weekend job back in my hometown. Everyone's trying to guess my secret word, and they think it's purple panda. It's not, but you're not far off, to be totally honest. So think of a train station, okay? And the first thing to think of is everyone in a train station is there for a reason. You don't just wander into a train station. So everyone's there for a reason, okay? Why are they there? That's point one. So even if you think, I don't know what to write about, but I've got half an hour to kill to my train, get your journal out, pick a random person you can see and go, right, why is this person here? And start writing. These are like basically prompts for you to think, okay? So why are they there? Your next one, be judgy about their clothes. Now, I don't mean judgy in the sense of like, don't be rude, okay? Be nice people, but make assumptions based on their clothes. Okay, so on the screen, I've got a picture of a load of people in coats in snowy weather, and they all have their hoods up. But in the center of the picture is a girl with a blanket wrapped around her, covering her head as well, and she looks obviously quite cold. Now, in that photo, if I was on this platform, the first thing I would think is go, there is snow everywhere. Why is she not wearing a coat with a hood?
Mm-hmm.
What part of her individual circumstances means that she had a blanket to wrap around her, but not a coat with a hood in this snowy weather? What is her story? Why is that a thing? So you've got that as an option. There's also a picture of someone in a blue hoodie with a denim jacket against a blue door, smiling at something at the side. First thing I would say, why so much blue?
Because blue is a beautiful color.
It is, but as a writing prompt, why is everything here blue? Now, you could go on any basis of that. You could go on, it's there for a romantic date. If you're a romance writer, you could go on a like fantasy basis, and you could say this is stuck in a world where the only color that can be manufactured is blue. You know, there's so many things you can spiral off of just that. Finally, I'll mention another picture on the slide, which is at an airport where there's a lady walking along holding a handbag and a shopping bag, and a man with a rucksack on top of a bright red suitcase. Now, they could be totally unrelated people, or you could decide, and there's quite a distance between the two people as well, you could decide maybe this is a couple, they've had an argument, and he's been dumped with the bags. Fine. What was the argument about? And instantly, you've got tons of things you can spitball with here, tons of things you can journal with. All of this is small ideas you can write about. And the more you write about these sorts of things, the more you'll realize like how human everyone is, and how even if like you're not saying anything or doing anything specific, you're still conveying a story. And that's a really good tool to have for building three-dimensional characters in your writing, because you may sit there and go, okay, but you know, in my writing, I've got the murderer and I've got the detective. Cool. Murderers are people too. That's a merch idea, Sage. Murderers are people too.
Writing it down.
Awesome. But yeah, murderers are people too. Detectives are people too. Everyone needs to be like a 3D person. Everyone will have stories and subplots to tell without trying to do anything. And the more you observe this in your day-to-day life, the more you'll incorporate this in your writing. So that's really useful to have. The next one, what do they have with them? We're still on the train station, guys. I hope you're still with me. let me know if you're following, and let me know if I'm going too fast or anything like that. Just I'm relying on feedback here. Yes, what do they have with them? Sorry, total like brain dead for a second there. I've got on the screen a picture of a handbag, a duffel bag, children in Wellington boots, and an umbrella. And the point of this is to basically say, like, what does this person have with them? If they're at a train station, but they've only got a handbag, they're clearly on a day trip. What are they doing on a day trip? Where are they going? Just come up with ideas on that. If they've got a duffel bag, are they running away? Have they just been to the gym? You know, are you going sinister or sweet? You know, again, why have they got a duffel bag? Do they have kids with them? Are they their kids? Depends what kind of story you're going with. I really have to go, regretfully. RP is really cool. Thanks, Sassy Owl. Have a lovely
is really cool.
And RP equals really powerful. What have I missed that's come up with this? real tangential side note. Loads of people have been trying to guess what RP stands for recently, and it is the funniest meme going right now. Like, it is incredible. And my favorite answer so far has been Reginald Patricia, which is absolutely not, but my God, I wish it was.
I was about to say, it is absolutely 1,000,000% Reginald Patricia.
It is
Reginald Patricia Lorraine Winters.
There we go. I'm just going to quickly check because I've realized that a lot's actually been going on in the chat, and I just want to sort of make sure I haven't skipped anything that people wanted said. Hisses at the public world. I know, but you got to admit, I've got a point. Thank you for mentioning COVID. I'm not going near public transport anytime soon. Yeah, agreed. I'm not saying go to a train station for this sake, but my point is that people exist everywhere. Okay, even just sort of depending on obviously where you live. Like for me, I could literally sit in my bedroom window, look out the window, and I can see a park. So I could apply all of this to the park. So it's just like the train station is an example because I did this a lot last year. But yes, because of COVID, don't make an effort to go in public right now, but still make an effort to, if you are in public or happen to see the public, have this in mind is my point. Murder bears is not the secret word. Secret word's coming up there, guys. You're very close. Try and figure out the business of the person in front of you of the checkout line by their purchases. Beautiful idea. I love that. Yes, if you guys have more ideas, jump them in. I love this. That's a great one. Yes, checkout line. Incredible. Picture descriptions. Thank you. I've realized, like, yes, picture descriptions are helpful to people. So I hope my picture descriptions are okay when I'm describing what's on the screen.
You're good.
I've never really done it before, but I'm really trying to be accommodating. So I hope it's okay. If it's not, I will change. Just you need to tell me. I totally get the train station example. I used to make up stories in the back of the school bus as a kid about people driving the vehicle behind. What an incredible idea! Not even looking at the people on the bus, but the people that haven't taken the bus. Phenomenal. I love that.
So I used to have to take a bus to get to work. The bus went through 2 suburbs and an industrial area, and then 2 more suburbs between my house and my job.
Yeah.
And so I would watch. I mean, I live in South Africa. Everyone has super high walls here because it's South Africa. But some of the people have really big houses because fancy la-di-da areas. And so I could see into some of the houses, and I kind of did the girl on the train thing where I was thinking, okay, but who are they?
Yes.
What do they do? Why are they living there? And all of that. But there was also a specific section of the journey where there was this wall, like a stone wall, and there was a tiny crack in the wall, which for about 4 days, the sun hit at just exactly the right angle that it looked like it was actually trying to open up with like a door into a fantasy world.
Portal. The Devon
little portal.
Cracking through.
It was the Devonverse. I'm convinced. So I wrote a story about that.
I love that. That's incredible. I'd like to read that story one day, actually.
Oh, I don't have it anymore. It was on my old computer. It died.
Okay, we'll take 2 then.
Fine, I will.
Good. The novel Nana has said, they like the way my brain works. You're one of very few people that's ever said that. Great journal prompt ideas. Thank you. Keaton says this is powerful stuff. Is it? Thank you. That's a compliment, right? Powerful?
It absolutely is.
Okay, cool. I'm loving this presentation. Thank you. That's so kind. Oh, and then that's why Devin said RP is really powerful. I'm with it. And so Angeline says, I never think too much about people in public. This is super helpful. Genuinely, right? None of you are lying to me right here, okay? You are all overthinkers. If anyone wants to tell me otherwise, explain to yourself why on a Sunday, whatever time zone it is for you, you are sitting, staring at your laptop with 2 randomers telling you how to live your life. You're an overthinker, right? I'm telling you this right now. The fact you're here proves me correct, because I am one too. So just apply that to different scenarios is literally all I'm suggesting. What are you doing? I see you, Sage. The novel Nana said, what if there are heads in the duffel bag? What if there are heads in the double bag? I would like to know. This is why you should write. Angelina knows what the hashtag overthinker. Yes, that is exactly right. Angelina knows what the R is, but not the P. You do know what the R is, actually.
I think most people who have watched your videos know what the R is.
Probably, yeah. Jace is correcting the fact that I missed out Lorraine, so that's fine. Hi. Kelly thinks Philip. It's not Philip. Oh my god, Katie's here. Hi, Katie. Katie absolutely knows the R and the P. That's really funny. Katie's like an IRL friend. I know her in person. This is very exciting.
Katie, I'm going to need you to DM me, please, sweetheart.
Do not do so, Katie. Right? Katie, I'm telling you, don't you dare. Honestly, people watching from my window brings out some interesting stuff. It does. You can do all this from your window. Thank you for being accessible. That means that my descriptions are good enough, so that's fine. I haven't been on a public bus 93. I hate buses, but I can live with trains. Novel Nana likes to think about the neighbours in surrounding neighbourhoods, what goes on behind their closed doors. Incredible idea. So this is actually something that someone pointed out to me recently. They were like, how regularly do you ever see your neighbours like put their bins out? Now, normally you never see them, but their bins go out. So they've got to do it at some point. Like, does that mean they do it really late at night? Why do they do it really late? You know, there's so many small details like this where if you add it together, you'll be amazed the stories you can come up with. You know, suddenly someone putting their bins out late means they're actually a murderer. They can only open the day. They can only open their like front door really late at night when they know no one's going to see the dead body on the inside. You really quickly jump from 0 to 100. Or they're having an affair and they put the bin out as the person they're having an affair with leaves. Doesn't matter what genre you write. I go worst case scenario, horror writer. But you see my point. Doesn't matter what genre, you can apply it. Keelan says, there's a neighborhood by my place that's mad wealthy, like hockey players live there, fun. When we go on a long walk, we say, I want to go on a walk to the rich people neighborhood. A walk to the rich people neighborhood. If that's not the name of a short story, just putting that out there.
Title of your autobiography?
Absolutely. Right, Keelan, title of your autobiography, A Walk to the Rich People Neighborhood. There we go. Stickers are available at my mic store. Hit up my thingy. I don't know why I want to call you Cookie. Brooke, you're not living that one down now. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sage, I feel like something's going on that I've missed.
Is it a little bit?
You'll
get there.
Okay. To be fair, some of this is just chat. Kelly had to jump off. Loon's being a fuss. That's fine. RP Sage, hi.
Hi.
Leah says she is the biggest people watcher and makes so many different scenarios about strangers' lives. Good. It is absolutely a hobby. Do you know? No, it's a profession. That's literally all writers do. We just write.
It's a vocation.
It's Keelan's trying to at my friends. Oh God, this is terrifying. Is it just me, or do you ever go to the zoo and think of it like a prison and wonder what the animal's crime was and get them locked up? I have actually considered this before. I've never written anything on it, but I like that someone else has had the idea. That sounds exciting. That's such a good idea. Katie can spill all of our pieces. Katie, you've become famous. You are powerful here. You do. Eva's got it. Richard Potato. That's it.
It absolutely isn't, but that's what I was giggling about.
Sits posed near Katie with a notepad and pen. Amazing. I just want to pull a prison break and break them all out. There we go. Prison break the animals. Think of a zoo as a prison, but not in the same way. Haha, horror writer. What's the worst thing it could possibly be? That's pretty much what we do, isn't it? OMG, see, amazing title. Here we go. You've got it. Okay, cool. So that's everything on there. The other thing on the train station, I should have finished this before I went to the comments. Are they arriving or leaving? What does this say about them as part of like your narrative you're doing? Have they arrived to the train station because they're getting away from something, or have they just returned from something? Are they waiting for someone else to return? Does that person know they're waiting for them to return? You can spitball many bits going on there. Did they arrive at the train station knowing they were getting a train? Or have they just sort of rocked up and gone, right, what's the next one? Or when's the first one I can get to, as the picture shows, Newcastle? It's just a picture of an arrivals board. But is it just like, when's the first one to Newcastle? Let's say they wanted it now, but they've got to wait 4 hours. What do they now do in their 4 hours? All of these different things you can spitball with. Experiment with your journal. And no, it's not just a phase, Mum. That was my phrase for experiments. Sorry. I thought it was funny. If memory serves, yeah,
chuckled
go ahead.
mightily when we went through this before the stream started. So
Did you? Oh, okay. Oh well, that's handy. There we go. If memory serves, secret word time. There we go. So my secret word is Panda Boy. This because this is basically what I was dubbed in like my first like ventures on the AuthorTubes, and it sort of stuck, and I'm now quite known for loving pandas. So we're going with Panda Boy. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what the secret words are, is for every AuthorTube virtual. Sorry, I'm laughing at all the RP names coming up in the chat. Throughout the thing, this like virtual retreat, every stream and sprint and panel has a secret word. For everyone you go to, if you collect the secret word, there's a really awesome sage. Do you have the tracker? It's a really awesome tracker you can go print out, and you can jot down all your secret words there. At the end of the retreat, there is a link in all of our videos and streams and such that are to like a form basically to fill out, and you can win an Amazon voucher. All right, fab.
There are 4 $15 Amazon vouchers up for grabs. And every word that you collect is an entry. So
there we go. So my secret word for this is Panda Boy. And I don't actually know if it matters whether you spell it. It's Panda, Panda, Boi. I think it has to be spelt right. I don't know if Keelan's gonna
she is not checking spelling.
Amazing, cool. But Panda Boy is the phrase for everyone there. Moving on to continue with journaling, because I'm aware time is running out, but I literally have like one slide left, so this actually has timed out pretty good. Look at me, not planning things, and it all goes well. Isn't that fun? Before I mention what's on the slide, I am just going to notice this, because Eva's put something in here. So, had a neighbor once light their garage on fire. 3-story townhomes at the time with the garage on the lowest level. He was doing something with gunpowder. He became a character in a story about a terrorist who was allowed to keep on because he was in a townhouse in a white neighborhood. I was in a mood. Lol.
Yep.
Odd. Amazing.
Yep. I feel that.
Fair enough. Devin thinks RP stands for Rowdy Panda. Definitely could.
Can confirm.
There's a place called Kiev, like Chicken Kiev.
Yes, and Chicken Kiev is named for the place.
It's definitely a place, yeah. Sarko laughed at whatever I think. Oh, I think it was it's not a phase, Mum. Ron
yes.
Paul. That's a fun name. Nope, but fair enough. The novel Nana says their brain goes to worst case scenario, lol, horror, thriller, suspense writer. Awesome. I'd love to read whatever you write. Okay, Weird's put, oh no, I looked up the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood theme song and now I'm crying. I don't know what that is, but I hope you're okay. Panda Boy is indeed the secret word. Ryan Patrick, definitely a Patrick. Definitely not. Robert Pattinson, in his most in-depth role. Guys, I am Batman. He's doing an impressive job. I think you figured it out. I think we've decided I am Robert Pattinson, like in mad role in disguise. So this is it. Allegedly, I'm finally getting an Oscar for this one. Thank God. Twilight was horrendous. So, oops, RP, they've got you sussed. It's not Patrick. Go home. You know that. Angela, hi. Just joined. Can't wait to rewatch. Love the prompts on this screen and journaling for story ideas. It's cool. Thanks for popping in, though. Fire was not a catastrophe at all. He damaged his own property. Fair enough. Novel Anna's letting Angela know she loves the replay. If anyone guesses my name, you get all 4 gift cards. I feel like Keelan's not going to live up to that. There we are. Look, jokes. There we go. So it's not factual information. So you will not win the 4 gift cards. Everyone's calling on Katie. This is her job. Richard Patrick. No, we knew it. Ronald Phillip. Beautiful. Wait, why are we splitting into teams? Team RP or Team Sage?
I don't know. Can we not?
The Devonverse is trying to wage war with us. Oh my God, ripe potato what? I don't even know what's going on anymore, but I'm loving it. Okay, so back to journaling because
indeed,
because
we've got like 10 minutes left.
Yeah, but it's okay. This is the last slide, so it's all good. The thing with journaling, other thing to remember is no one is reading it. Okay, my slide literally just has some words on it, just so you guys know, but I will read them out. So it literally says, write something new, write something different. Okay, if you see a dog, write from the dog's perspective. Okay, like, does it like being on the lead? When was the last time it was fed? What's it seeing? You know, all these things that like just put your mind in the dog's mind. You know what I meant. But yeah, consider new things. Okay, and I've got a small list of things to try here. So if you're sitting there going, you know, oh, I like these ideas on journaling, but I just don't really know what I would do. Or like, you know, I want to challenge myself, or I don't like journaling because I find it really boring just to write about random things. Here's some ideas, okay? Do you normally write in first or third person? Swap it. Have you ever tried second person? It's a really interesting writing tactic. Try and write everything in your voice. See what
second person is super creepy.
It is, but just see what happens, because you'll either naturally start writing like instructions for something, or you'll start telling someone what to do, because that is instructions, but there's like a different tone to it, and you'll soon adopt a tone, and it's really interesting. So just see what happens. Other options: try writing from a gender you normally don't write, which for me, I don't know why, I normally write with a female protagonist. So for me, writing men is actually really difficult. I just never do it. So a lot of my journal is men, because it's not something I normally write in projects. So I do it in here so I can experiment with it and sort of have a go and just play around with things. My other things that say restrict yourself. Try not starting any sentences with a pronoun. Are you still seeing all these RPs come up?
I am. Yeah. It's a thing.
It's amazing. Try not using any pronouns. So think of if you would normally put he went to the door, he opened the door, he saw this, she said that, I did this, I did that. Try not starting any sentences with a pronoun. See what your writing's like. See how you go with it. Try not using a particular letter. I actually got this from your thing, Sage, because I remembered it's a thing with poetry. You know, I think yours is not using the letter E in your poem.
Right.
In your poetry book that is available right now, isn't it, Sage?
It's on Amazon, folks, and it is in Kindle Unlimited if you have such a thing.
There we go. You can go and get Sage's poetry book there. I don't know. My mind went blank, but go do that. I've got it. It's not with me. It's at uni. But you know I've got it, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, so with poetry, a lot of things are like, you know, try not writing using like the letter E, or using a vowel, anything like that. Try do it in prose as well. Try writing an entire description of the weather without ever using the letter A. Give it a go.
The fun thing is I got it from Georges Perec's novel, which was written entirely without the letter E.
Yes.
And in French, which uses a heck of a lot of E's.
That's Yeah, so give things like that a go. I love this one. Start every sentence with the next letter alphabetically. So you could say, another day goes by, but with every day, no, but every day gets a little harder. Christmas is not too far away now. Definitely the highlight of my year. You know, each sentence, that was horrendous, but I can't think off the spot. I need a pen. But every sentence goes with the next letter. See what you come up with, because suddenly you'll find that you'll either be making really long sentences because you need to get to a point of a word, like you'll think of the next letter word, but you need to get there. So you have a really long sentence, or you have a really short sentence because you need the next letter. And so your sentence length, and you discover so much just by doing it. Other things to try: write a diary. Doesn't have to be your own. Use the people watching things we've been talking about. Observe someone, write their daily diary. If you can see someone crying on their own, why are they crying? Pretend, put yourself in their mind, write their diary for the day. Just see what happens. And this is one of my personal favorites. Write a conversation you can see but not hear. Okay, it is one of the funniest things I honestly think you can ever do to entertain yourself in public. Okay, it is amazing. What you need to do is you need to find two people that are conversing. Even better if you can find someone on a phone, because then you can't see the other person. Okay, and literally just as like just transcribe what is their conversation.
So this is something that I used to do in high school. Was I would put the TV on with the mute on.
Yeah.
And write my own dialogue for the scene that was happening.
Beautiful idea. If you can't get out in public or anything because of COVID, mute the television. Stunning idea. I love that.
Just if you're using Netflix or whatever, just make sure you don't then have the subtitles on.
Yeah, that's not fun. Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Someone was talking. I'm just going back to try and find it. Someone was talking about a book written in second person.
Yes, you. I believe.
No. Hang on. Where's at Haley? Haley, where are you? I can't see the comment. I can see Angelina's comment referencing it.
Yes.
You, as in the show you, not me.
Yes.
That makes me want to kill myself. I'm sorry. Right. You. Okay.
Oh
dear.
Oh dear.
Just a car accident outside. They're fine. But that was
okay.
interesting. I just heard a bang, looked out, and there's basically a car had gone, just like bumped the back of one. Everyone looks okay, and they're now driving off seemingly fine. So everyone's okay. That was weird.
All right.
Yes, so apparently You is based on a book in second story, second person. So that's awesome. Saka loves the second voice. Agreed. Yep. Trying to experiment with my writing. Do experiment. Been popping in and out. Definitely need to rewatch. Give it a go. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. That's a good point. If anyone goes and rewatches anything, drop a comment. Comments really help the YouTube algorithm. Drop a like. Drop a comment. It will help everyone out. This isn't just me. Anyone you go rewatch, that's
absolutely.
If you do favor, do so.
I have just seen Ginny's guess at what RP stands for, and I think she wins the internet.
Roguishly popular.
Absolutely.
Don't know how I feel about that one. I'm always late, but I made it, and I hit like a real one. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind. Thank you. How about watching a movie in a language you don't know, then recreating? Amazing idea. Yes. Great. I love that. Awesome. I do actually have, I lied. There was one more slide. There was 14. But the last slide was just be observant of everyone. So essentially what the slide, again, it's just a slide of text. There's not actually a lot of exciting things to see. Sorry. So it literally says like we all have a reason for doing things. Consider everyone else's. And then write down what you decide is everyone else's. And I've just got a few ideas for like a coffee shop. So how are two people interacting and what's their body like together? Look at the queue of people, not just the queue, but the people who aren't in it. Look at the people that have walked into the coffee shop, pointed at the queue and then left. What are they doing that means they're too busy to join the queue? Consider all those sorts of things. Look at the people who are sitting. Why have they decided to sit in? Are they sitting alone? Did they plan on being alone? Are they with a friend? Are they on a date? Is it a new friend, an old friend? Are they with a parent? Is it a long lost parent? Maybe they've only just met up with them. You know, all these different scenarios, you know, everyone has a reason for being there. Your job as a writer, as a journaler, is to decide what that is. Look at the people that came in for a takeaway. Why have they gone to a coffee shop and got a takeaway? Is it just where they want to walk with it? Do they not like sitting? Is that part of their like social anxiety? Was the place full? You know, all of these different things. There's so many tiny ideas you can just throw at people and decide their life for them in your journal. And finally, it says, did they plan on being in a coffee shop? Because this is something I've really noticed. A lot of people will be in a coffee shop and they had no intention of ever being in a coffee shop. Sometimes it would just be they were walking along, they got really thirsty, so they came in. So they go into a coffee shop to buy a bottle of water and then sit. So there's this like array of people sitting in a coffee shop with like a bottle of water. And it's just this really interesting concept. You know, some people will go in there to do work. Why are they doing work there? Do they not have an office? Is this their lunch break? Why are they doing work on their lunch break? You know, everyone has so many different options of why they could ever be in a coffee shop. Literally, and you know, it is just one of those things where you can just constantly snowball literally forever. And obviously, like I've said, with COVID and everything, if you can't get to coffee shops, literally go on YouTube or Google and type in coffee shop. You know, exactly like what I was doing earlier with some of the photos I had up that I was describing and everything. You'll see people in photos. Use them as your examples. If you can't go out in public, use photos of public. You know, that works just perfectly fine too, because you'll still see all these little nuances and ideas and things you can pick up and describe from there. But that was again, that's the end of my actual like presentation thing. There's moments into stories. Everyone has a story to tell through every moment that they do in their life, and as writers, we can use that to build really in-depth and 3D characters. And the point of a journal is it just gives you a resource of descriptions of all these various different things. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Awesome.
That's about all she wrote. Anything you want to add, Sage?
No, I think you've pretty much covered the whole range.
Awesome. Well, we've got literally like a couple of minutes until the next session. Thank you. I was like, what are they called? So yeah, but that's cool. Thank you everyone that's rocked up. I hope you found something at least interesting or entertaining, if not helpful. I just hope I didn't waste your time, essentially. But I really appreciate everyone that's rocked up. Make sure you do go check out Sage's channel and you do all that good stuff over there. I can just see people putting in the chat they're loving an idea. What was the idea?
The watching the movie in a language you don't know.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, literally the one I've got pinned on the screen. Is that it?
Right. That's the one.
Amazing. So, yeah, that one. Yeah, it's gone now. Which one? I don't know. It's not there. So, yeah, there's that. But, yeah, thank you for everyone for rocking up. I really do appreciate it. I sub to everyone. Wait, what? I sub to everyone who has ever been on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure I've done this channel. Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's YouTubers?
That's Sarah goes through everyone who's new to AuthorTube and makes a video welcoming people to AuthorTube.
Oh, wow.
Because she's awesome like that.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out. That sounds amazing. That literally sounds amazing. Everyone else go check that out. That sounds incredible. I love that.
Sarah is an absolute legend.
To be fair, I think I've definitely seen a stream with Sarah on. I want to say it was Sarah and Sarko, just off the top of my head.
It definitely was.
Okay, cool. But yes, that sounds... I'm going to go check that out probably after the AuthorTube virtual retreat. But that sounds awesome. It is now top of the hour. So there is now a new stream, if they start on time, starting somewhere. That was my little snaky comment. So thank you everyone for coming. I hope you enjoyed, and enjoy the rest of the retreat.
Bye.
Goodbye.